Let me introduce first me, Shotaborto from Kolkata, as you know from the color, and we are the fans of East Bengal, and we are a fan forum of a kind. It's something we call. We are different from others fan forum in terms of um, we are just not only focused in the results. You can say. And we are not only based on emotions. We are currently focusing on some technical aspects of the game, and we are also collaborating all the supporters in our platform in that technical aspects, and we also believe in the process. And Arjun is also our colleague, and Ritankar, our junior colleague and junior member of our team. We are a huge number of a group of supporters connected with us in different social media platforms, including YouTube. Um, that's us. And Arjuna, you can say you want to say anything to Douglas
Yeah,
before starting?
yeah, for sure. Am I audible?
Yeah, clear.
Great. Thank you, sir, for joining us. It's been a uh, like dream come true. A very big fan and always watched all your matches while you were playing for East Bengal, as well as
Thank
in
you.
latter phases for Mohun Bagan. We know that you have never lost a derby, which is a one of its own kind achievement for a
One
player.
kind of achievement. Yeah,
A
absolutely.
very rare achievement that probably you only hold and nobody else has. So wanted to touch base with you as Sotoboto was mentioning. We are trying to be a YouTube channel come fan forum which talks more about the technical aspects, not just the technical aspects, but also what goes behind the scenes, right? And to understand how a performance of a team can peak. So, in your time, as we all know, East Bengal was probably at its best its history of 100 years, because players like you and Musa and Okoro, such
By,
great
by the
foreigners.
way, Dougie, we got Musa's interview today afternoon also, and we will be publishing both the interviews from you and Musa at a time. Okay, just carry on, Arjun.
Yeah, so just wanted to understand, and since there is this derby next Saturday, how would you like? What would your message be for Team East Bengal, and how do you see it growing? So, like, how do you see the team playing? Have you seen any of the ISL matches this year? Wanted to know your perspective.
Do you aware of a situation of East Bengal club in recent past of 3 years after entering the ISL, and the team is struggling with the investor issue, and there is something some mismatch is happening with the investors and the club officials, and the investors are getting changed. And this year also, East Bengal's performance is not so good. It's currently in ninth position in the ISL. And yesterday, East Bengal just have beaten Mumbai City FC, who are the Shield champions this year. And the East Bengal were the party spoilers. They just beat the last game to Mumbai 1-0, and
Yeah, I
um,
know.
uh, yeah. So this is the situation, and we are approaching Derby as is this season's last match in ISL. So in this context, in this situation, how do you perceive this game, and what should be your message to the team East Bengal and the supporters? Just
Evening. Thank you for the invitation. Always, I'm happy to talk about East Bengal and to talk with you guys because I know how you guys are feeling right now. I know the situation. I know how sad you guys are at the moment, and me too. Because a part of my profession now, because everyone knows I am a football coach. I am a very big fan of East Bengal. So the situation is very hard for everyone because we don't have to talk only about the time then East Bengal start playing ISL. But since East Bengal didn't get one main trophy in Indian football, one club like East Bengal, they should not be out to win one of the main trophy in either not more than 1 or 2 years. Because East Bengal is one of the biggest clubs, not only in India but in Asia as well. Always, I don't like to talk that after we won the Asian Cup, East Bengal become more famous. But this is normal in football. When East Bengal went out to play after we won the Asian Club, the sports become much more bigger. Even in Brazil as well, everyone came to know more about East Bengal. Not only by myself, but some other Brazilian, because many Brazilians played for East Bengal before and after after our time. So the current situation is it is you see we are talking about they change sponsor, they change the investor. You can change the investor, you can change the sponsor, but the way you work, if you don't change, nothing will be, everything will be happen same. Suppose it when East Bengal won the main trophy in Indian football the last time. Okay, let's talk about not. I'm not talking about Federation Cup. Let's talk about all National League. Or now it is East Bengal have joined ISCL. But before East Bengal joined ISCL, East Bengal was playing I League. After our time, East Bengal didn't get one I League. They lost every year. They are losing, 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 but they don't change the way. You understand? Let's talk about if this season they are not doing well. Okay, let's sit and talk what we have done wrong. Okay, we have done wrong in this side. Okay, we have to change. But they have done wrong this year. They have done wrong last year and 20 years. Okay, the way we have doing, the way we have selected the player, we are not getting anything. We have to change the people who select the team. Because you can get thousand investors. You can get Etihad, you can get Emirates, you can get the biggest company all over the world. But if you don't change that way, how you selected the players and the coaching staff, everything will be same constantly till the football is over in the world.
Absolutely, absolutely, absolutely.
I'm very surprised. Every year, East Bengal selected. Let's talk about the Indian player. Now, what is going on in East Bengal? Indian player, they don't want to play for East Bengal anymore. It's not like before. Before, East Bengal was one of the biggest. East Bengal always was one of the biggest club in India, like Mohan Bagan as well and other clubs. But everyone wants to play for East Bengal. But now, if you talk about East Bengal, they people, it's Habish club. I don't want to go there. If I don't play, I don't get a chance, they will not pay my salary. But that is what I'm talking because I talk with Indian players. I am in Brazil, but I know more than about East Bengal than many people who are in Kolkata, who are in Maidan. You understand? I do my own job here, I do all my things, but I'm connected with 90% in Kolkata with Kolkata people. Because Kolkata is my second, India is my second home. You
Absolutely,
understand?
absolutely, absolutely.
And one more point. I'm not talk with press people. I don't need to talk with press people. I talk with the everyone, supporters, fans, close friends, because I don't like to say that I have a fans. I always like to say I have close friends with me because I don't like to be above anyone. Always I call everyone is my close friends. But the way that they are running, it's totally wrong. Then you say, why it's wrong? Because they didn't win any trophy in the couple of years, in the last 20 years. Then you say, but what to do? Then you say, you should change the way how they do. If the work is same, something wrong. If you don't change, money will not be the problem.
Absolutely. You are
Money is
spot
not the
on.
problem. But football is like this. If you don't get trophy, you don't get profit, you don't get investor. Who want to sponsor your team if you lose, 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 and lose? Okay, now the club is going to play the derby. Of course, some people go there, but not like before.
Consecutive
Because
seven derby losses.
yeah, because people knows 90% they are going to lose once again. Even if they won the match yesterday by 1-0. But derby is always derby. The pressure is different. There is derby always, I used to say. It is the one final inside of tournament. It does not mean that you have to play ISL or Federation Cup or Kolkata League, any kind of tournament. If you play if you play the derby, it is the final match. You have to kill them, like they want to kill East Bengal as well. Kill, that meaning they want to win and they want to perform
Abs-
well.
Absolutely.
Not kill.
Absolutely.
Everyone have to understand the way I'm saying. They have to kill.
No,
It's
no,
not like
no.
that.
Absolutely.
You understand?
Absolutely.
But we
Absolutely.
all know that in the way the club is running the team, again they are going to lose.
Douglas, in the technical aspects, what do you think that is the difference between the time you played at the time you always talked about you enjoyed East Bengal's dressing room, and the time now, what you think is in the technical aspect, it's much more
The
important
command,
that changed. Sorry.
command is everything. The command is
Okay.
everything. Before we have Subhash Bomik,
Okay.
he was the commander. He was our commander. We always used to do what he wanted. Nowadays, it is different. I always used to say one thing. Before us, Subhash Bomik used to talk too much, but he was in favor of the player. He used to make the low level the player. I'm talking about because our team was not 800% all top players. Some of them was the level was little bit, but Subhash Bomik used to make the player who was not so good play well. You understand?
Absolutely.
Because he
Yes.
was encourage everyone. He used to talk everyone every day with the players. He used to talk with the foreigner people. We are the captain. I'm not saying only Musa was the captain. All the foreigner was the captain. Captain means the leader. There is no leader anymore. Why? Because there is. You see this season, one player is the ISL level. Let's
Yes.
be frankly.
Absolutely. Absolutely. All the supporters know.
Last year, only one player was or two maximum was the SCL player level. Same situation happened last season. Why they don't change the way? No one foreigner can do well if they don't have the help of Indian players. You can select five top foreigner in the world. You can sign with East Bengal. But if you don't have the quality Indian player, nothing will be happen. And
That's the main thing.
if these five foreigner will not be united with the Indian players, nothing can be happen.
Absolutely, this is the point. Musa was also telling in that also. We have asked Musa that at that time, what was the mindset of the foreigners in that time? You, Douglas, Okoro, everyone was connected with the East Bengal ethos and the East Bengal ecosystem, the supporters, emotions, very closely, very attached. And nowadays the foreigners, I don't say all the foreigners, some of the foreigners are just getting the salaries and playing the match at 90 minutes and taking care of his physique and everything. No attachment. Why this is, Douglas? What do you think?
I'm give you one example. Last season, East Bengal have signed one guy from Australia to play as a stopper. But this guy never played as a stopper before in his entire life. He always used to play as a right back in Australia. The way that guy played, I said last season, if I lose 5 kg, I can play better than him. Still, with 49 years old. But why you sign one player to play as a stopper and in one big club in like East Bengal, if the guy played always his life in small clubs as a right back. Same situation happened this season. This guy who is from Cyprus, he's playing in East Bengal as a center midfield, all right? He's
Yes,
playing
yes,
in his country as a left back.
absolutely. Left and central
Why?
back, yeah.
Why they allowed him to sign? Okay, the coach is Constantine. He knows everything about Indian football, but he knew about the Indian national team. He don't know that atmosphere in clubs. Beside of him, who should be with Constantine? One Indian coach. Why the club allowed him to bring another European guy to East Bengal to work with him? That guy don't know anything about East Bengal. They don't know what is the meaning of the culture about Indian players. They don't know the culture of Bengali players. They don't know the atmosphere before derby. You understand? Very simple things. Very small things they never do. Constantine should have one Indian player, one Indian coach who hold A license or pro license coach, but from Kolkata, who knows East Bengal. Example, before last season or I think day before last, uh, Renedy Singh, he was in the
Yes,
team, right?
yes,
After
yes,
that, they left the team to him. He did very well. The proper team, the professional club, what they do? Let's keep this guy and we call one experienced coach to work under him. You got my
absolutely,
point.
absolutely.
East Bengal officials, they worked like 25 or 30 years ago. Nowadays, football have changed a lot. If you don't follow the football, you'll be behind. I'll give you one example. You see Mohan Bagan, Debashid is still there. Tutu, Tunpai, all these people are there. But behind of them, there is people who is working with football from long time and they are working abroad before as well. They have worked abroad before. You understand? You have, my friend,
Absolutely.
even you don't need to, you don't have to think you are a big. If you want to learn, put someone bigger than you beside of you. You understand? This
Absolutely.
is the that
Absolutely.
is the this is the main problem in Bengal. They want to run the team like 40 years ago. It's not happy. It cannot. I told them many years ago. Make players at home. Make players at home. After 5 years, you can get 5 to 6 big players. But now you give 2 crores to one player, you give 6 crores to one player, you give 7 crores to other player. They take the money and go and play at the club because East Bengal only can get good players if they pay double money that the player deserves. You got my point. If East Bengal right
Absolutely.
at the moment, if we want to sign top Indian players, they have to spend 3 times more because no one wants to come to play for East Bengal. They should change these things. When I talk, I know they will come to know about this. That's why they are angry on me. But they should not be angry on me. I'm talking favor of the club. I'm from abroad. I'm from Brazil, the country of football. I know more than them. That is they have to know. I played in
Abs-
25 clubs,
Absolutely.
20 clubs,
Absolutely.
20 clubs Premier League. I played 6 clubs abroad. So that means I know something. I know what I'm talking about. And they forgot one thing. I know everything about the club. I spent at least 4 and a half years inside of the club. I know all the mentality. I know everything how to happen. People always
Absolutely.
used to call me and get angry on me because I never give good players to the club. How many
In,
players I have given to the club?
in this country,
Thousand players.
yeah, I know.
Thousand players I have given to
Absolutely.
East Bengal. But they always they saw my message and never get back to me. How many Indian players call me to join East Bengal? Sir, please help me to go to East Bengal. I want to because always I used to tell them. If you play in Indian football, but if you don't play in East Bengal, you are not the proper professional player. Because if you are strong, you should play for East Bengal. The atmosphere in East Bengal is totally different. If you play in East Bengal, you can play everywhere in the world.
Absolutely, absolutely.
You understand? The feeling is different. I know the way in Mohan Bagan. Mohan Bagan is totally different. The way you talk with players, the way you talk with office is totally different. To work in East Bengal is another. You understand? I'm not saying East Bengal is better than each other. No, I'm talking just the way.
No, the way
The
is
way you,
different.
the way is
Yeah.
different, totally different.
In this context, just to add on, in striker part is Bengal after your era, Okoro Baichung era, and at the end of some Ranti era, East Bengal always suffered for a striker, and you also know that in case of Eliandro also this year. There is a connection with Douglas. Everybody said that Douglas suggested the name to Eliandro a few years
Yeah,
back, and somehow Eliandro didn't click. You want to say anything about that Eliandro
yeah.
in this
You
season?
see, Leandro, he's playing the São Paulo Premier League now here.
Yes,
He's
yes.
not a bad player, but they make a system to play for him to play.
Okay, okay, okay.
Another situation, when I
Hmm.
suggest Eliandro to the club, he was the
Hmm.
top scorer of Brazil here. But
Yeah,
he
yeah. 3 years back.
6 years ago,
6 years ago. Okay, okay, okay.
six
Yeah,
years ago, not now. You understand?
absolutely,
6 years ago, he was different mind. He
absolutely.
was not. He is not rich right now. Now he's a rich man. He don't
Yes.
care if East Bengal release him or not. Now he's
Okay.
playing the Premier League here. He's playing very well. But for him to play, you need two good wingers to make the
Yes.
team play for him.
Yes.
You cannot leave him alone over there. You cannot play like 4-2-3-1 and leave him alone inside the box. He need two good wingers. He need good people to supply ball to him. You understand? Because always
Absolutely.
East Bengal have to play defensive game because East Bengal is a weak team. How many goals Clayton scored in this ISL right now?
12 goals.
12 goals. If he was in Bombay, he have scored 24
Yes.
because
And
he is playing for himself. He have to create that chance for himself. Everything. Okay, but apart of that, he was not full fit.
yeah, yeah, yeah. That's also true. That's
He
also
was
true.
he was unprofessional. Now he's very thin because he's going to be back to Brazil. Yeah, day before yesterday, I was seeing the match on TV. If I send you that his body, how he's, but that's I'm saying they go for money. Finish. Now he's hero in Thailand because he's hero in Thailand.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. We all know.
You understand? But suppose
Yeah.
it, if you ask me, how many Brazilians play for East Bengal after me? They never call me and say, "What do you think about this guy?"
Yes. Yes, yes.
Any
It's
player
absolute.
at now, any player who play for Mohan Bagan, they call first, they call Barreto. Barreto, what do you think?
Absolutely.
Let me. What do you think about this player? Then Barreto, okay, okay. Then Barreto can give the suggestion. Then you ask me how many times they call me and ask Douglas, what do you think about this player? Never.
Yeah. In
You
this
understand?
situation, ultimate
The
sufferers
way
are the fans.
the way that East Bengal officials treat their foreigner is totally different like Mohan Bagan. But the main problem in East Bengal now is the ego. They are doing so badly, but they never lost their ego. You understand? They knows I can have the team very well, but they never ask one question to me. Why? Because later they consider, because of Douglas, we are doing well now. But they don't have to think about me. They have to think about the club, the heart of the supporters. They don't think about supporters. They don't think. They only think about themselves. There is two person in the club. I never work. See, in this generation, I will never work for East Bengal because of two person. But it is different thing. I don't want to mention who are they because of their
Okay,
ego.
okay,
Because they knows I can help them very well. I'm not talking if I can help. I can go there and work in the club, but I can suggest good players.
absolutely.
I
You
have
have that
in
experience.
many I have in many friends
And
who are a
Brazil
big
is
football agent in the world.
Brazil is a
I'm not
hub of
talking
talents.
I'm not talking about Brazilian players. I'm talking about coach.
Okay,
I'm talking about
okay.
physical trainers. I'm talking about goalkeeper coach. Because from everywhere in the world, you can sign a good professional, but they never ask. You understand? They only live in Kolkata. They never left Kolkata at least to go to Bangladesh. How they
Yes,
knows players, how they knows coach, how they knows physical trainer. You know what's happening in East Bengal? All football agents are becoming rich men because East Bengal is so easy to get money. It's very easy to sign players in East Bengal. I share money with you, I share money with you, I share with you. Finish. It is easy. If they say you can prove, I can. I can prove. I have all the papers with me. I can prove, but I don't want that. I don't want to fight. I don't want. I just want to help the club because I'm suffering as well. Because people in Brazil are saying, "Oh, your club is playing Indian Super League," but they always fight for relegation. Because now you can see in TV in Brazil the Indian Super League, and everyone knows I played for East Bengal, and I am
yes.
very well known person in Brazil because I play for big clubs here. I don't need anything from East Bengal. I can be free for full my life till I die without doing anything I can. But my heart always beating for East Bengal. I'm
And
suffering as well.
in this context, what you want to say for to the supporters? They are the ultimate sufferers. Any
We have
your
to
message
pray. We have to
before
pray and we
before the
have to
derby?
pray and we have to pray and let's hope they can sign people who can help the team to grow up. You understand? Sign a example. If Constantine will stay, tell him to make the team. We
Yes,
cannot have to blame. We don't have to blame Constantine. We
very
should
nicely
not blame
said.
Constantine because they make the team. Two people make the team by 10 agents. ISCL is going to be end. Send some scouter to go to each match, different places in India. Now one guy from East Bengal going to Goa, another one going to Bangalore, another one going to Kerala, one to going to Jamshedpur. This
No
is the way
scouting.
they have to work. No scouting.
Right. No
Then
scouting.
what they do, they sign they take two, three ex-player with 8 years old who never can be awake to see one match 8 o'clock. Okay, you go and see which this play is good. How it's possible? Because for East Bengal, ex Kolkata player is superb. They can do everything, but they never can be awake 10 o'clock to see one ISL match. How they can help the team? You got my point.
Absolutely, absolutely. I'm having
This is the
goosebumps.
way. I'm sorry, I'm talk loud, but I'm not angry. Okay.
No,
Always
no,
I
I
used to say
understand
that.
you, Douglas.
Yeah.
You told the extremely right points, and this should be the eye openers to everybody, including supporters, and all. You said every bit of thing which is
Okay.
in this interview
Uh,
is true.
Another thing I have to disclose you guys. You know this guy who played for Mohun Bagan right now, Deepak Tangri,
Yes, yes,
who got injured now. He's playing for he was my player in Mohun Bagan under 16.
yes,
When I
yes.
when I joined them, they want to release him. Then I said no, please keep him here because he guy have a good future. 3 years
Okay,
ago, 3 years ago I was in Kolkata. 2 years ago, I was in Kolkata. Because in the pandemic time, if you guys don't know, I was in Kolkata for 8 months.
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
Mr. Nituda told me, don't go back because you're going to work for me. Don't go back to your country because I will sign you to work for me. Then I was in Kolkata to 8 months. When I went to the club one day before to go back to Brazil, I said, you go back because I can't do anything for you. Okay, say thank you, no problem. Deepak Tangri told me he wants to play for East Bengal. Okay, fine. I went to the hotel to talk with him. Everything was done. You know what East Bengal people told me to tell him? If you want to play for us, tell him to call me.
Oh my God.
He's a big player.
Oh my
He's a
God.
he's a big player. If they said what, then I can disclose who told me like this. The person who always used to make the team from behind. Nobody know what he's doing from behind, but he's 80%. He make the team. But my friend, you told me to talk with him. I went to the hotel. I spoke with him. He said I'm fine. I can't join them. I can't. My contract is over. I think he was playing for Chennai, something. Chennai, right?
Yes,
Deepak
yes.
Tarangi played.
Yeah, yeah.
I went to
Before
the
taking,
hotel.
yeah.
Yeah, I spoke with him. After that, I spoke with Eli Sabia, the captain of Jamshedpur. I spoke with the other Brazilian over there. But the main point was there to talk with Deepak Tangri. Are you ready? This is my club. You have to go there. You will be the hero if you go to East Bengal. Because I know the way he played. Then I said, see, now he's ready to go. Then they told me, tell him if you want to play for us, call us. We are
Oh
not
my
calling
God.
him.
Very sad
What
to
to
hear that.
do?
Very sad to hear that.
You understand? I can't do anything more, my friend. Who
Yeah,
remember
I
who is the
understand.
ex captain of Kerala Blaster? It's called one guy called Jairo, one left footer. He was in one club in Europe. Okay, he sent his contract to me because he had 2 years contract with Kerala Blaster. His salary was $13,000 per month. And I told East Bengal, sign this guy. This guy is very good player. Left footed. He's playing football like me. Very tough. Okay, fine. Okay, you talk with him, Douglas. We can pay 9,000 to him.
Oh my
Okay,
God.
then let me talk with him. I make him to play for East Bengal for 8. Then they said, okay, tell him to ask for the clearance NOC. Then I say, everything's fine. When I say that, you know what they told me? What the name of this coach of under 16? I forgot his name now. One was the ex the East Bengal stopper, Tarun
Torunde.
Dey.
Tarunde.
Yeah, they told me Tarun Dey, this guy is fat and old. This guy had 30 years only. You understand? The guy he's playing now. He was playing Europe, but it's the excuse. They use the name of Tarun Dey, but I'm sure Tarun Dey don't know that.
Oh
You
my
understand?
God.
Sorry, Douglas, we cannot do anything because Tarun Dey said he is very bad player. But what Tarun Dey decide for the club? Who knows more football, me or Tarun Dey? Or the coach? You understand? This is happen always. But I'm sure the main official of East Bengal, he never knows about all these things. You understand? 2000, 2015, 2014, in my father's funeral, the day my father died, there is one place, Bengal want to sign one player from Brazil. They asked me to do the same thing. Ask him to get the release from the club, then we can sign him. The player have given 3 months back to the club. He took the release. After that, he said, sorry, we can't sign him anymore. I paid all the money back to the players. You understand? The player, he was in the club, and they told me, ask him to get the NOC, we'll sign him. But the player already took advance from the club. You got my point?
Yes, yes,
You
yes,
guys understand? The guys
yes.
have given back he gave the money back to the club, and the club gave him the NOC. After that, what is Bengal did? We don't want him anymore. I have the email with me. Who make all the negotiation? I was in my father's funeral. They have called me 20 times. I want him, I want him. My friend, please let me do the funeral of my father. Okay, let me do. I left the funeral of my father. I went to the player's house. I didn't get one single money from anyone because I don't need. I don't need players' money, club money, anyone. I have my own money. I can live forever. After that, what happened? The players get angry on me. What I did, I pay from my pocket the money that the player took from the club. Then he have join another club. This is the way to work. Tell me,
Absolutely not. It's very sad
it's
to
sad,
hear
my friend,
this these
because
things
the
from you.
way that East Bengal work is totally unprofessional. You understand? One club, every post you need someone who understands what's football. You need one technical director. You need one football team manager. You understand? But this Bengal is running by one person only. He's doing everything. What to do? And I told the two investors. I had a talk with the both investor, the main person. I have till now. That's why I never deleted any conversation that I had with the main sponsor, the main investor. This season as well, last season as well. Before the sponsor left this Bengal, I knew he's supposed to left on March. Because they told me we are leaving on March. You understand? I always
Absolutely,
want to
absolutely.
help, but they don't want my help. What to do? I have to suffer with the supporter as well. But
Yeah,
let's hope
yeah.
we
It's
can
it's
end of
very.
the season at least one win, one victor again, Mohun Bagan.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. We can all pray, and you from uh, what we have heard today from you is very, very alarming, and it could be a eye opener for all of the stakeholders of East Bengal, I think, and
Yeah, I
we
know, I know this interview will be a big blast, but I don't care because I don't
yeah.
need them. You understand?
Okay,
I don't
okay.
need them to do anything in my life, but I am
and
still ready to help them
and
anytime.
and this color is all the fans in love with you and know how Douglas is attached with the club and how Douglas as a
Hmm.
person in a person, and
See,
you always try to help, and
they make one
besides
reserve
everything.
team, right? They make a reserve team this season, right?
Yes,
So there is three, four players who was ready to play in the main team, but they never put them to play. But why you make the reserve team them then? Three players they are ready to play in the main team, but they never give the chance. You see how I came to know that even the reserve team, the way how they work, they told me it's like a circus, sir. This reserve team is like a circus. It's not like a football team. You see?
absolutely, and I just want to give you a big thanks that you just open your heart and you told everything. Yeah.
Yeah. You see, it was inside me for many years. Okay, because I never have opened my mouth like today. But I could not leave it till I die because we don't know if I die tomorrow.
Yeah,
Okay, I don't know
absolutely,
if I'll
absolutely.
be. I don't know if
Rightly
I'll be
said.
here tomorrow.
Rightly said. Absolutely right.
Of course, if I'll not be here tomorrow, I'll be a big person in East Bengal because you to be big in East Bengal, you should die. If you die next day, you are the one of the biggest person for the club.
What
Always
an
I used to
irony.
say, if you want to give the pride, give when they are alive. Don't give them
Yes,
when they
yes,
are
yes,
after
yes,
dying. They do
yes.
everything when the player died. After that is over, my friend. You understand? After that is over. And
This is
let's hope, let's hope the pressure will be less for this derby, and Constantine can can make a good strategy to at least stop Mohan Bagan. And
absolutely, absolutely.
I will be sitting in my TV with my red wine watching the derby.
Okay, okay,
Let's
okay.
hope for the
Fine.
best. God bless
Absolutely.
everyone,
God
and
bless.
hopefully I will be there soon. Because India
Thank
is
you.
my
Thank you.
second home.
Thank you.
I
Thank
love
you.
everyone from Kolkata.
Thank you.